So, I know with your career, you told me briefly before we started that you wanted to move to Laos or where was other places?
So I was thinking about either living in Laos or the Philippines, but
Okay.
this is like when I'm older. Like what I mean by
Yeah,
older,
this
I
is.
mean like 60 or
Oh,
70.
geez. Like
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
really old.
yeah. Because it's like, so how I see my life is I'm probably gonna do something medical.
Yep.
Like how I've
You talked
done.
about being a dentist or
Yeah, physical therapist. Like I want to do something where I'm helping others to give back. Because it's like you see these people with these disabilities and stuff like that. You just don't want them to have that kind of
yeah.
lifestyle anymore because you also have people who are close to you and you see how they're dealing through life, and it's like, man, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for myself, even if you don't have it for yourself. But at the same time, you wouldn't want it for someone else. So I kind of see myself as, how do I say it? When I used to work at Menards, there was this one guy, Sonny Yang. This one guy who told
Sunny
me,
Digital. No,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. He told me something about life. He's like, there's three parts of your life. The first part is like the part that we're in. It's like you're in school, you're learning stuff. The second part of your second part of your life determines your third part of your life. The second part of your life is where you're getting stuff together. You're having a family, you're making decisions and whatnot. And in the beginning of it, you're still trying to figure stuff out. But as you keep going along, things get a little bit better, a little bit. But as time goes on, you just get more responsibilities. And then the third part of your life, which is dictated on your second part of your life, which, if you don't live up to it effectively enough, then your third part may not be all that good.
Yeah.
He said the third part of your life is where you rest. Like for the most part, you just do whatever you want to do. And honestly, I think after, okay, I mean, this is just me speaking, but I would like to have kids.
Yeah.
I want them.
I want kids too.
Yeah. So it's like I want to have kids. I want to have a wife. And
How
all
many?
That. Probably like two.
I'm doing two. Three's too many.
Yeah. I like, honestly, like, I hear people who have like 12 siblings. I'm like, dang, that's a lot of sex, man. Like,
not just that. That's a lot of diapers. That's a lot of money, food, loss of sleep.
For real, I'm just
man,
like,
I can't do that.
I've been like, no, I think I'll be good after smashing the second time. You feel me? But anyways, probably just two. I want to have a job where I can still do what I want to do, but like I make enough so that my wife, she doesn't really necessarily have to have a job, but she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being something medical, and the reason why I'm doing something medical is simply because of my siblings that have passed away.
Yep.
I wouldn't want anyone to go through the same life circumstances that I witnessed and experienced. Because watching your family just go down the drain after losing their children and your siblings, it's very
There's a lot of things.
it's
but,
damaging.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's sad. It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I mean, I'm grateful that this field offers a lot of money. I'm not in it for the money. I just want to make sure that people don't experience what I experience, and that's
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good that you're going for that reason.
It's gonna be very difficult, but I know for a fact that if I can save a lot of lives, I feel like I have succeeded, and I guess my purpose of life, So, and after that, I would probably join the Peace Corps. Have you heard of the Peace Corps?
Oh yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah.
It's pretty popular. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably join the Peace Corps when I'm older and ask to get sent over to Laos or the Philippines.
And that's where you'd want to do your teaching, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably in either science or teach them how to speak English. Because Laos and Laos and the Philippines, Laos is the poorest nation in Asia, which not many people know about.
I
the
did
Philippines, it's like 50% of it, from what I've heard from my friends, is good, but then the other 50% isn't so good. And so it's like there are kids out there and there are people out there who can have the best life, but they don't have the resources. And what's really crazy about these places that I've noticed? Places in Laos and the Philippines, and places that are really ghetto, They produce really good. They produce people with very strong wills, but these people can't go out into the world and show what they've learned simply because they don't have the expenses, and it's really, really sad because going back to breaking, one of the greatest power movers or someone who does like a lot of power, like the flare or like some, you would see it in what gymnastic people do, sort of. One of the best power movers is from Laos, and in an interview with him, he says, "I have no job, I have no money, but I have power moves." And he's actually been. Have you seen the movie The Kingsman?
Kingsman, no.
Well, in there's a breaking scene, but he has swords, but he's just doing a lot of windmills and air flares, and he's fighting against this guy, and the camera angles makes it look really cool, But he's got so many connections just because he could break really.
Oh yeah.
And then since
he was in a movie.
right. Like since he's been put out there in the world through social media and whatnot, he's getting a lot of people to recognize him, which can lead to a lot of good deals, So I mean, even though he says like he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, and even if you look at where he lives, it's like the size of this room.
Yeah.
And it's like he has nothing. All he has is
small room
him,
too.
Yeah. Him and his mom or his grandma.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dang, dude, he wins so many competitions, gets so much money, just to help. I'm just thinking, dang, like, it's crazy. And the one time he came to the U.S., he killed it at the Silverback Championship in Philadelphia, which is another big competition in the U.S. or around the world. He killed it. I'm just thinking, you see, if there were more people out there who had the fundings, for the people who are passionate about what they want to do, if they had the fundings to go out into the world, they could really make the world a better place, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
And so, for that reason, and for many more reasons, especially to give back to the Laotian and Filipino community, shout out to all my Filipinos and to my Laotian people who raised me back when I was young,
Shout out.
Like, y'all really raised up your homeboy to be someone who he is now.
Yeah.